Welcome to episode 4 of the 𝐬𝐮𝐫𝐷 36 sailboat build. In this episode I will be looking at stage 8, which is the rudder stocks and the bearings in relation to cost tracking. I will also look at some of the bulkheads that have been built so far. So let's take a look. First, a quick update on my failed lead casting where I used plaster for the molds. I'm in the process of designing a steel box to be used for sand molding instead. So I've designed that in 𝐾𝐶AD and will send it off to be laser cut. Some other work I've been working on this week is to set up a little welding station in the garage. And I have also picked up all the parts for the metal sand casting box I am designing and putting together. So here are all the pieces. You can see that's the hole for pouring in the lead, which is also big enough to take the size of the copper pipe that comes from the bigger melting solution that I put together, but more about that later on. Before I can weld this together, I need to draw a cooker cable into the house that can handle enough amperage for this unit. So I need to pick that up at some point and wire that in, and then I should be able to crack on with building the sand casting lead box. So bulkhead number 1, which is really nice to see because this is parts that actually start looking like something that belongs to a boat. I worked on a lot of small parts so far. So now starting with the bulkheads, it feels like you're actually building a boat, which is nice. Bulkhead number 2, which has a cutout in it, and at the bottom you can see the cutout itself. So that is for the chain locker. So when that's been put in place, you can then weld the cutout piece back in place again, because you need that opening to be able to weld some of the parts. So that backup piece goes back in again to make sure that the chain locker is watertight. Bulkhead number 3, still straightforward. It's all welded into one piece, ready to go on the hardback later on. Some of the other bulkheads can't be fully assembled until you actually have all the parts. So these ones so far is straightforward pieces that can be completed before they go on the strong back. And finally, bulkhead number 4. So as you can see, the part's getting a little bit bigger now. So I can't really take the next one in the van. So I will probably have to make sure that my trailer is ready for the road. A big thank you to the best badminton player that I know, Aaron, and his really cool son Jack for donating all this LED flashing that was left over from when they built their house. This will go straight into one of the bulkhead LED weights. So yeah, thank you so much guys, I really appreciate it. Stage 8 was for the 2 rudder stocks that the rudder blades are welded to. So the 2 rudder stocks, the rudder stock bushings, which is the outer aluminium shelving, the rudder stock bushings, which is an inside, which is Delrin, and an aluminium outside, and as well as the rudder feet bushings and feet themselves. So not the actual foot here, that's a different stage, but just the aluminium round bit and the aluminium on the outside. So those two bushings, the rudder stock bushings, Delrin inside, and the actual stocks themselves. Stage H, which is the stocks and the bearings, came to a total of 1,304.95 Great British pounds, which is roughly 1,537.96 US dollars. It came in a bit high because I allowed one of the jobs to go on hour rather than agree an upfront cost, and that didn't turn out that well for me. Of this total amount, parts and material was 539.82 Great British pounds, which is roughly 633.36 US dollars, which is roughly 42% of the total cost of the stage. The external labour came to 765.13 Great British pounds, which is roughly 904.60 US dollars, which is roughly 58% of the total stage cost. And all of that was the cost of the machining of the rudder stocks and all the lathing of the stocks themselves and the bushes that came with the stage. Conclusion on stage 8. Once again, parts and material for this stage came in at 41% of the total cost of the stage, and the external labour at 59%, showing the importance of having the tools and the skills up front before you start to build. There's a lot of money to save in having your own machinery and your own skills. Lessons learned: I worked with the machinist on some of these parts, and I did a bit of a rookie mistake. I came to a point where we did not agree on the price beforehand, and he started the job and the bill was a bit larger than I felt it could have been at the end of it. So always agree a price up front if you can. Running jobs based on hourly rate can end up a bit badly. Total spend so far, including stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, has come to 4,543.71 Great British pounds, which is roughly 5,302.20 US dollars. If you're interested in the total cost calculation, then I'll leave the Google Doc URL in the description of this video. If you are interested in seeing a penny breakdown, every nut, bolt, screw that comprises of the total stage cost, then you can find that in the Modular Hippo blog, and I'll leave the URL to the blog for this particular stage in the description, so you can have a look. So with all of this, thank you for watching the 4th episode, which covered this stage 8. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and I will get back to you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.